broadcast. Recording, streaming. So let's see. Wow, dang. I had a fucking meeting that went until what time is it right now? Where you're at? Almost 6, right? So it went till 6 my time. So fucking it actually worked out because if the time change wouldn't have happened, I would have missed today or had to reschedule it or whatever. But it actually worked out since I'm doing it an hour later now here.
Yo, what's up, Mr. AJ Fournier, 82?
Oh, okay.
Who's that?
Andrew Fournier.
Gotcha.
Andrew or Fournier, depending on how fancy you get. Let's see. Go to the link. We're jumping on a little early, Andrew, because I'm testing out a new fucking stream. So I appreciate you. I had a fucking meeting bearing with us. What's up? Hola. Oh, that was me. Can't wait to see you guys. I'm like, who's the first one in the chat? It was me. YouTube is not what? Why is the stream lagging? I'm not even on Wi-Fi, dog. I'm directly plugged into the fucking Ethernet. And it's still fucking lagging for some reason. But that's why we're here early. That's why we're here early. Dun. I need a, you know what? I wonder if I can connect a little bit of background music right now. Connect to the Rodecaster. Let's see. Dun. 3 hours of elevator music. No, what's that about? What's that about? No, I don't want to do your survey, YouTube. Oh. Dog, you know where we had dinner? At fucking, is it Mayfair?
Mm-hmm.
At the Bellagio? I had never been there before, so I felt fancy.
That shit is bougie in there.
Yeah. It was bougie, but it was cool. It was really cool. I kept wanting to call it Wayfair, but I'm like, don't they sell like fucking washer and dryers and shit or something? I'm like, that's what happens when you're fucking stupid and poor. Andrew Fournier, we'll wait a couple more minutes and then we'll jump into this for real. Just wanted to jump on early to make sure we could work out any kinks. Live feed panel. Well, that blows. 57. I don't know why this shit's lagging.
Or it's on me, Paul. The rain, maybe?
Maybe. Yeah, it sucks because that might be it. Because I'm plugged in. I'm not even over Wi-Fi right now. Fuck you, Rain. Yeah, and it keeps fucking spinning and glitching on the stream because I have it going up. Oh, wow. We'll have it recorded. If I have to, I'll put it up after the fact. But hopefully not. Hopefully people are able to join and enjoy. I feel like it's OBS. Shit fucking sucks. That's why I like the other one. Anyway.
I've never even used any of that shit.
Hopefully you. Let me refresh this page. Dun, 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 dun. Damn stream. 59. All right, you know what? We're here. Anyway, all right, let's get started.
It's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul. Grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens and come and spend a day in the 757. Hydro, the vapes and blunts I smoke. That's exactly what I need when I'm blowing.
What is up, everybody? How's it going? Today we are here for episode number 314. A bunch of Tommies. Now, there's a lot of rain going outside, even though I'm plugged in directly. We might have some issues with the stream, so I hope you get to catch us live, but if not, hopefully your future, dude. Luis Cortez Jr. is joining me today, and this fool's always got some fun opinions. I don't know where to get started. Do you want me to start rambling off and see if I jog any memories or anything, Luis?
Yeah, man, but just want to say what's up to everybody. Thanks for having me again. And it's a nice rainy day out here in Las Vegas. Sounds like it's raining around your hood too. So
actually,
welcome.
I have a rainy Las Vegas story that I'll start off with a bunch of Tommy's story. So this weekend I was in Vegas for my anniversary, and we did something called Adrenaline Mountain, which sounds corny as hell. I kept calling it Adventure Mountain, and my lady kept calling it Adventureland. So we I don't know, we just whatever. We went on this like off-roading excursion type of shit where I drove like a little fucking, I don't know, Can-Am or some shit, whatever. And then she had one, or actually we switched. It was like an hour long. But the dudes that were like the instructors were like, fuck, dude, right? They were like Tommy, if Tommy was like, I guess more of like a West Coast dude, because they had more like a surfer vibe. But the reason why I say they were a bunch of Tommies is because Covino always talks about how Tommy is like, he doesn't care if it's his parents. He'll just straight up tell a story about, yeah, bro, well, this chick was going down on me or whatever, you know, and he's just very open about shit that like, I feel like we grew up where we were kind of like kept that away from our parents. Like just, I want to say out of respect, but it was kind of like you just don't go there with your family. Well, Tommy and I guess the younger generation are more kind of like whatever. Again, depending on who your family is, because I have one of my best friends. Him and his family are open as hell. They've been like Tommy as long as I've known them. But these dudes, I was like, so they were giving like the tour ish and letting us know like how the trail is gonna go, and you know, don't turn right here because your shit will flip over and you'll fall off the mountain and all kinds of shit. And so we're listening, whatever. We get to a stopping point about halfway. It's me and my lady. It's another couple, the friends of ours that are about our age, and then there's another couple that's a little older. They were probably early to mid 50s, right? So you would think just having that couple there, they would kind of change their demeanor a little bit. but they were like, oh, dude, did you see that Trump shit? He was getting his DS and the this and this. And, oh, what do you think about this? So you think the files are going to come out? Who's on there? Yeah, dude. I was like,
No self-awareness.
no. I was like, dog. And it was these, I don't want to say older, but they were older than us, way older than those kids that were like in their early to mid 20s. I was like, dog, have a little self-awareness of like the older people here. I don't care, whatever. Your stories are cool, whatever. You guys are funny. Like they were cool dudes, whatever. But the older couple that's here, there's 3 couples here. 33% of the couples here are probably your parents' age or older. Have like a little respect for that, you know? But then they were just talking like dirty like that. And I don't even know if anybody else kind of was aware of it, but it made me uncomfortable for the older couple. You know what I'm saying? And like
did they say anything though?
They didn't say anything. They just.
But could you tell or not really?
No, I couldn't. It was, you know, they were easygoing.
Some people won't say shit even when they get offended. You know what I mean? It just depends the kind of friend or people you are. Because I have people who know. I'm like, hey, I'll say something. Someone's doing something stupid, or bother me, or doing something stupid. Be like, oh no, you're like, don't get to make it awkward. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna just sit here fucking. You know, if I'm being uncomfortable or somebody else is because somebody's doing something stupid.
Yeah, no, I was like, because then they started throwing like things about oh, you know what? And let me know if you guys can hear how Luis's mic is, because I don't know if he's too low or whatever. And Andrew Sims, just we're gonna preface this by saying there's some connection things going on. So if you need to step away because it's too obnoxious for you, that's fine. But what was I saying before that?
You said you have Rich Davis internet, bro.
Oh, okay. And Doug, the thing is, my internet, I upgraded my internet to faster internet to have a direct line. That's where I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to do it in the chat. I'm gonna put it's the rain. Well, whatever. They probably won't be able to see it, but after the fact. But no, but I was like, these dudes are even saying things like LGBT whatever, you know. They were like, oh, dude, this dude's down with all that. Oh, fuck that, dude. I'm not down with that shit. Do whatever you want, dude. But like, and I was just like, dog, like, come on, you know? And I didn't say shit like you would have. I was just like, these fucking dudes, like, I don't know. I didn't give a fuck. I was like, it's not my job. But I was just like, I could see that couple. They wouldn't, because they seem pretty easygoing. But I could see that couple, if they wanted to, easily file a report against them, because it was just like, it was S&Ds, LGBTQ. Yeah. I'm not down with that. Fuck that, dude. You're like
weren't the boys just talking about that? People being soft? Or it was a sports guy. It was like Draymond Green stuff.
Oh, I don't remember that conversation.
Saying, that he's soft just because he got a like warning or something because they got in a big old argument with a fan.
Oh, no.
And he was saying he was butthurt because he was heckling him. Right. So Draymond said, hey, I was talking smack to this guy, to someone in the audience because, you know, because of that. And he was just saying, man, what happened to people getting heckled before?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think it was on the Fox Sports radio show. That's why I played it.
It could have been.
But they were talking Draymond Green. But yeah, man, everybody's different. And we live in a very different world now, like sensitive world when it comes to like, especially for them guys, like for us who were just people there, like you're like, bad review, or maybe you won't fucking go, or maybe you don't give a shit, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. But for them who work there, like if somebody says shit like that, bro, you get fired, get rolled up. I mean, that shit's super sensitive for any real company that has all that shit. I mean, I think you have a pretty hospital stuff. I work at a big corporation where like, and that shit won't be tolerated, bro. You right away, like pull that guy in, talk to him, training, fire him, whatever needs to happen, because like we ain't trying to get sued or get anyone in trouble.
No, and the thing is that they're a fairly small company. They're about 30 employees, right?
All Tommies.
And yeah, they're about 30 employees, and I would say probably about 10 of them are Tommies. You know, like.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they were just like, nah, dude, don't listen to him. He's got a mustache, dude. Look at that shit, dude. And I was just like, all right, because we were in the little shop right? And we were like buying shit, and they were telling us not to buy it. They were like, nah, dude, you're not gonna need that shit. It's just gonna get in the way of your helmet. And I go, is this dude trying to keep your guys' sales down or something? And then the other guy's like, yeah, dude, fuck him. Live your best life, dude. If you want to buy it, just buy it, dude. And then and I was just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, how old do you think they were?
Dog, they were maybe like 20,
like younger,
23
obviously.
to 25, maybe.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I was just like, I don't know. I mean, they were in charge of us driving off a mountain possibly, and then I shot it's like a 50 caliber Barrett or some shit. It's like a little sniper shit. So they were in charge of me doing that as well. So I'm like, at least 22, hopefully, you know, but they're like, yeah, dude, I told you it was going to be fucking badass, dude, right? That shit was fucking bad, dude. And I was just like, oh my goodness.
Like, do you trusted your life with those guys?
Yeah, and that's the thing. And he's like, at first, I thought the dude was telling me to shoot it into like the fucking, like the bushes and shit. Cause he's like, hey, dude, check it out. You look over there. There's like a lot of brush and shit. I mean, it's raining, so it might not happen, but like if you shoot over there, there's a good chance it could start a fire. And I was like, so are you telling me to do that? Like, he wasn't like, hey, don't shoot over there, you know? He was like, there's a target over there. You see that target? And I was like, the fuck? Okay. It was like a little flimsy ass white target, had like an orange center, and it was like fucking whatever. And I was like, all right. And he was like, yeah, dude, that's what you want to aim for, right? And then I was like, all right. And then he fucking put on his like noise canceling headphones. Yeah, earmuffs. Yeah. And then he was just like, all right, dude, you fucking ready, dude? And I was just like, oh my god. It added to the experience, I'll tell you that much. But I was just like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hey, so you guys like doing outdoor stuff or what? Because obviously I think you said you came down here with your wife for your anniversary.
Yeah.
Do you like shooting guns and stuff like that? Or because there's a pretty badass range in Henderson.
Yeah.
Or Boulder, I mean, which is just like right outside of Vegas. And it's kind of it's actually like a big ass complex. They have like a handgun range, a rifle range, and then they have a shotgun range, and it's like I don't know if you know what like golf is, but it's set up like a golf course. So there's 18 holes, and every hole you get a shotgun with a golf cart, and then you get a bunch of bullets back there, and you can sit 4 people in it, and you get to drive around there and then shoot every hole, and you get to like compete versus your buddies, and then it's all electric and pneumatic. So you know the first hole, the clays fly this way, whatever. But there is a spot too. You can rent guns there too, so you can take your own. If you go to the range, they sell you that. The shotgun stuff, they they rent you those. But they have big ass guns there too. You can blow up from like a little fucking beer can to a fucking whole taxi, and everything in between, and dummies, and just for like a tannerite and shit. So you just pay for it, you know what I mean? But they do like bachelor parties and all that shit, and then after all that, you can drink beer. But it's kind of a badass spot too.
After, I'm glad it's after.
Well,
right?
well, they put you a wristband and shit, and I'm like, actually, like, if it was a bunch of fucking Tommies there and they didn't give a fuck, I wouldn't be going there. I wouldn't feel comfortable, especially when there's guns around. Like, I get it. There's time to play and drink, but like, yeah, I fucking feel like that's how people get hurt. I've heard of it, and
yeah, no.
So they put a wristband on you, and like you until you cut it off, you can't drink, and then so that's how they know that you can't go back out shooting, basically.
Yeah, it was, but it was cool though. But and the thing is, it's not even like we're like that was badass. We're not like the most like outdoorsy people. Like my wife likes to fish. I like shooting, but it's usually like shotguns or clay pigeons, or we used to go dove hunting. Like so it's like 12 gauge or what is it, like 22s or some shit, or 20s or 20 gauge or whatever. But no, that shit was fun. So I might keep that in mind because my wife told me I'm in charge of planning our 5th anniversary. So she's like, you're in charge of that. So I was like, fuck, I got to start thinking about shit right now because I usually suck with shit like that, So I'm just.
But what else you do when you're out here? I thought I seen you. You were at the Fremont. I thought, and I said you saw some famous people. Supposedly.
Oh yeah, we saw the Island Boys.
Hey, aren't those fools fucking gay? Weren't they fucking kissing each other or something?
Dog, why do I find that out now?
I swear to God, there's 2 brothers. It might have been tripping. I swear, I'm like Covino. I swear I saw that shit on Warstar, though.
But
if it's on World Star, it's legit. And I swear I saw where those fools like kissed or like almost to the point where they were making out. I would say I thought I remember seeing that or hearing about it. I hope it is because if not, I don't know why the fuck I'd be imagining that kind of shit. But
yeah,
it
it's
did
worth.
happen, bro. And then didn't they get in a fight and shit? Like I thought they weren't even like a thing anymore. Or maybe that's just part of their fucking spiel. I don't know. I don't fucking really follow them, but
I
I did remember hearing or seeing those things.
so there was the one dude that was like, I feel like the more, I don't want to say famous one, but the one more recognizable. There was another dude there with like dreads and tats all over his face, and then they had like a homie with them, and the homie looked like he was like he thought he was badass because he was with them, and I was like, dog, fuck you up and these little ass boys, dog. They were some tiny ass dudes, dog. They were fucking like, dude was probably like maybe 5'4" and like a $120, like soaking wet. And little dude, but they were cool though. Like as far as like taking pictures and shit, they were taking pictures with everybody. They were fucking they were actually like really.
Were they
down to earth.
charging?
No, they weren't. No,
Because if you were on Fremont, everybody else charges just to fucking look at them, especially then people like all them chicks.
yeah.
Man, you get harassed. I mean, you might have saw that too when you were there.
Well, that's why my lady, she's not a big fan of Fremont, but the other couple that we're with wanted to go, and I like it, so I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm down. But she's like, nah, fuck that. People are just walking by asking you to fucking take pictures so they could charge you, and she gave that whole spiel, and I was like, yeah, I go, but we're there, and those dudes were like, just like taking pictures, selfies, like bullshitting with
Did
people.
you spot them out, or were you just walking, you seen the crowd, and you went, or how did that work out?
I don't remember if it was me or her because that had seen them, because I had a gigantic, it was like a bomb pop margarita or some shit, and my wife's I'm not really a big drinker, but she's even less drinker than me. So she poured, once I had gone like 3/4 of the way down, she poured her shit into mine. So I don't know if she pointed them out, but once I saw them, I'm like, oh, it's the Island Boys. And I even thought, I was like, I should have had them do like, we're the Hot Tub Boys. Have them do a Hot Tub Boys one.
Okay.
But the Hot Tub Boys. The Hot Boys, Lil Wayne and Mauser. But yeah, they had their Hot Boys trip. So, as far as, aside from me seeing the Island Boys, Covino and Rich.
I seen where you were peeping Tom on them. I read on the chat this morning you were up in there, you were all there creeping on them.
On who?
You said you rolled up to the pad over there and were creeping on them.
Yeah. I said I peeked in the windows or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's Carrot Top has a bit that he does where he goes, I'll ask a lady, do I look familiar? And when she says no, he pulls out this tiny little like mini blind type shit like for your window. Yeah. He holds it up and he goes, what about now? So that's what I pictured when I had made that comment. I was like, I drove by and I looked in the window or some shit. But nah, I was over there. We actually, we did that. We went to that dinner, hit Fremont, did that. We went to some fucking slime place because we had my daughter with me. Okay. And my father-in-law had driven down and he watched her a majority of the weekend. So it was kind of like they had a weekend together. But we went to some place where you like made fucking slime and shit. So we got to hit something with her as well. So that was cool,
That's what's up.
But it was cool. It was a awesome weekend overall. I can't complain. The only thing I can complain about is got back into town just enough time for my lady to go to her gym, start running some fucking class that was already in progress. I had to come get my daughter down for school and everything for, bathe and all that good stuff. And then Monday hit and it was just back to reality. And I was like, fuck, man, I've been dragging ass yesterday and today. Then I had a meeting after work, which was for work, but it was after hours. So then I had to come here and set this shit up for the stream just to get all fucked up. But anyway, Doug, that we're here now. So what's been going on in Luis's world?
Well, I just wanted to talk about always be talking shit about Rich, but I think he'd be listening, homie, because did you hear him talking about the tablespoon the other day too? Like, oh yeah, they were talking about the pharmacy toys. Did you catch that part?
No.
They were talking about like remembering pharmacy toys. Like, the pharmacy usually had like certain kind of toys when they were a kid, and Covino was talking about like the color by numbers and like little certain things that they used to have. And then they were talking about and I do remember these. I used to get them from the ice cream truck in the hood.
Yeah.
The little pepper, they were like foam airplanes, and then they were wooden ones.
Oh yeah, like the balsa wood ones.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about, and he couldn't remember the name. And he's like, you know what? I should listen to the Tablespoon podcast. I think they talk about wood and shit like
Ah,
that.
oh, well, all right then.
So
Maybe.
I think that was his backhanded remark of like he's listening or he's out there. So
Well, if he's
well, if
listening,
you
Rich, what
are,
up?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we don't hate. We're not like the hot tub boys where we
Yeah,
discriminate. We're the above ground pool boys, all right? We welcome everybody. The Rich Davises, the Greg, the Mariannes, everybody.
Lisa,
Right, the everybody, the Megan Fosse's,
Wes and Bree.
who I know want to jump on one of these days. So we got to have them on in the next few weeks once I get this stream shit fixed.
We need to organize a meetup so we can brag to these guys and shit, right? They just have one, be like, all right, cool. Then the hot tub boys met up. We're gonna above ground pool boys just gonna link up something
100%. Yeah,
here soon and shit. I feel
100%.
like we should challenge them too, like a dance off or like a sing off and shit.
We should have a cool off. We're just
Yeah,
gonna be
exactly,
fucking
bro.
dog. We could just stand there. We're gonna be cooler. Me, you, Wes, Bree, fucking
That's
whoever,
it, bro.
right? Whoever else is gonna join us there, like either in Vegas or in the surrounding areas, San Diego, something that's central to all of us, right? I'm like,
Right.
fucking. I guarantee you, we'll be a cooler crew. And no
And
disrespect to them because whatever. But what I'm saying is, I feel like if you put us in a lineup, we're the cooler crew. I mean, I'm just saying.
I agree. Hey, talking about Mr. Mickey Mouse, the videos they be making of this food, man, that should be cracking me up. Like the one with the sausage and shit, he was all dancing. Like, oh, that was
Oh
hilarious. And
yeah.
then the black hole one was even, it's just like so funny and so crazy how, I mean, they look really good and like you can see how, like, I think the black hole one, they told him and he made it like in fucking, what, 10, 15 minutes and shit, which was
Yeah.
nuts. Shows how good Spotty is at what he does. But still, even the AI shit and all this, you can just so much shit you can do fucking like
I
immediately now.
I trip out. Like I thought, what? One thing that I thought was so funny is like the Chipotle one and the Worst Fest where they had him dressed up in the like fucking suspenders and shit.
Yeah.
Those two, I'm like, they made Rich hella thick. He looks like a chubby boy in those. So it's like
It's all the weenies.
it's funny because I'm like, it's Rich, but a thicker Rich, So when I saw those, I'm like, it's cool, but I dig them, man. I was even thinking, I was like, it would just be cool to like have like for Spot to put together like a compilation of them of like and even put them on like Patreon. You could hit play and just watch like 4 minutes of all of those like
It's
little
like
10-second clips or whatever.
it's like Beavis and like almost Covino can do it like Beavis and Butthead, like just put a little bit of voices over it and shit. Like I'm thinking like
Or
what's that like that cartoon show where it's just like a bunch of different little skits, you know what I mean?
that would be, I think that'd be so cool. And or I think what would be cool, and I'm saying Spot might even be in the process of doing this, but one thing that I feel like might be cool is because we see how he does it in real time and about something they say or whatever. It would be cool if he could do that more. I'm not trying to give Spot more work, but more to put visuals to stories they're telling. Right. So like
Okay, yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I've seen skits like that where like, hey, we were at the hot tub, we went to this bar, and then all of a sudden they would cartoon or something else and show them walking into a
And
bar or something with
it would
is
be
that kind of what you mean?
yeah, no, it'd be cool because if they have like hey Spot, we had the weekend, we got together, or even if I mean it would be more work for Spot because he would have to like look at pictures and kind of guess whatever. But or if they even told him, hey, let's do one where this and this, like you said. So they're telling the story. We got there, Rich walks in, Covino's
Hot blonde girl walks by, and then all of a sudden,
yeah,
like, they show this hot
they
blonde
drop that clip in, right?
chick.
And it'll be almost like back in the day where they're like, Johnny, roll the tape. And then they would show a clip or whatever, right?
Right.
But they could do this in real time as they're talking and maybe not even bring attention to it, just as they're talking. And then, Covino was in the other room yelling at his daughter. And then it cuts to a clip of Covino like, as they're talking
Like,
or whatever, you know what I'm
and
saying?
everybody outside, like, it's awkward.
Yeah, have
Awkward
like
burgers, like a little awkward burgers, fucking cloud, you know what I mean, or something crazy.
and like Mauser and them like listening with their like the cup to the door or some shit, right? Like
And Rich, like, oh, with his hot weenie picture.
I wonder how expensive it is to get the like full version because that would be cool if they could animate like stories like that aren't in like
You're
5 second,
making
10
like a
second.
cartoon almost already too, you know what I mean? Like you're fucking producing shit. But with that, I mean, as quick as that is, I think it's very doable. But I was like, yeah,
It-
maybe
well, that's what I'm saying.
daily, like once a week, one pick an event like the I would say like I know Covino was talking about when his mom was tripping out when they couldn't find Tommy and shit.
Yeah.
Like imagine if they did a cartoon thing of when I think everyone imagined his mom fucking rolling around like oh my beetle because like
Yeah.
that reminds me of my mom and shit or like my tia so like, I can picture it because I know what that looks like. But
Yeah.
imagine a visual of that and kind of teasing at it. It would be not that his mom, but just that would emphasize that moment when he's really trying to like make that a moment. You know what I mean?
Well, even like Covino being like, my heart sunk when I heard that, and I'm thinking, oh shit, you think the worst, and then it cut to Tommy just like in his underwear, like
Farting like.
like calling him like, hey bro, you called, and be like, Tommy, we were going crazy, and it'd be like, fuck, dude, you guys are like worry too much or whatever, like I'm
You
just.
know what's the fucking best part about that story was when he's like, he was fucking us up all night playing fucking Arc Raiders till 5 in the morning. Like, yo, how old are you, bro? Like,
I didn't
the
hear that
fuck?
part. He was up all night
Yeah.
playing a video game.
Oh, that's what he said today. That when they couldn't find him, I guess he told Covino, like, he finally told Covino, like, hey, bro, like, don't tell anybody, but like, I was up all night playing video games with my homie till 5. And then he just slept through his alarm or whatever. And then it was another story to the story, and he's mentioned it before. But Tommy has his homie that he only knows when he plays video games with him.
Yeah.
And he hit him up, and that's how I started. Hey, this Arc Raiders, which I've kind of played and heard, and it's kind of a thing right now for any gamers that are out there.
Oh,
It's kind of hitting it. It's kind of taking over a lot of the online games.
you
And
know, you know
so
what
they were talking to each other about it, and that's how they started playing.
they had this, like, I don't know if you've heard of like this end of the world type shit, like it's Pioneer something or some shit. That was when we were in so when we were in Vegas and we were driving to that adrenaline place or whatever the fuck, we passed through this town, dog, where there's like all these fucking dorks dressed up like fucking the end of the world, and they all have like fake guns and shit, dog. And they're like, oh, and I was like, I hope they're fake because a bunch of fucking dorks, you get them together like this, that's when shit starts popping off for real, Like
Were they LARPing?
no, no, these dudes were they weren't LARPing because they actually had like a purpose, dog. They were like camping out and they were like tailgating and shit. And then watch, look, there was this one part where we're fucking driving through. We had to pass through them.
Where the hell were you?
Watch, this place is called the Pioneer Saloon. Have you heard of it?
Oh yeah,
Okay, so that's what we had to drive past. I don't know where you're fucking at over here, but anyway.
right there.
But Doug, look at this fucking look at how many people, I don't know if it'll focus, but are in line and shit to get into the Pioneer Saloon. And they were like all a bunch of fucking dorks with like fucking.
You know what it was? I think another cartoon shit. It's where it's that show. It's the show that just came out. That just came out. That really good.
They were
It's
talking
based on
about
the nuclear show. What's it called? Oh God, I'm doing
it's
the
not
Rich Davis
Pluribus,
shit
is
now.
it? That's not
No. It's a video game that just became a TV show, and then
that's
like
what it is. Because people
and
in
so
our,
that's where it's kind of based out of where they came out of the bunkers and stuff.
that's exactly what they were saying. Because there were some fucking dorks in our vehicle, and they were
Fallout.
Fallout. That's what it was.
So it was a Fallout, a meetup, and like a convention and whatever.
No,
because
like
that's
when you get into like the little county or whatever, there's like a fucking sign that says whatever the fuck the county is, and like fucking there was people taking pictures next to the sign. I was like, fuck. I mean, people geek out over their own shit, so like it makes me laugh when I see people geeking out over shit that I geek out, like I don't geek out about, but I'm like, they could easily laugh at me at some other shit,
it was the 15th anniversary of the Fallout Vegas game of the original one.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yep. And at the 10th anniversary of the fourth, and then the upcoming new season of the show.
Yeah,
on
that's what some of the
Amazon.
people were talking about.
Season 2 is coming out on Amazon here soon. And so if you've never seen it, or have you played the game or seen the show?
Nah, I do cool shit.
So you don't have to like know the game to know the show, but if you haven't, you're gonna miss some of the Easter eggs, whatever. I don't know, some geeks, nerds are worried about that. Watch the fucking YouTube video if you really want to
Yeah.
not play the game to know some of that shit. But even if you just watch it standalone, I think it's pretty good and the story's pretty good. And but yeah, and it kind of ended up in a not cliffhanger-ish. So I think a lot of people are kind of waiting for season 2.
Yeah, no, the people in our vehicle that were fans, they were fucking stoked. Like they were
You were like,
like,
oh fuck yeah,
well,
probably.
even the couple that we were with, the fucking
What
dude,
about Tommy?
the dude fucking nah, he wasn't there yet. This was on the way there.
Oh,
But
gotcha.
the dude that we were with, he like pulled out his phone and started recording and shit. And I was like, I guess it's a big deal because it was packed and it was like this little fucking, well, you know of it, but for the people that don't know, it was like this little ass town that we had to drive through where the lady was like, there's not a gas station, there's no grocery store, there's you even have to like barter certain days because if you're running low on like toilet paper, you trade it to somebody for like bacon and shit. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like that's for the people that actually live there. And I guess one of the dudes that runs some fucking like shop right there, he has like this gigantic YouTube channel and shit. And I guess that's where he works is like part of through his YouTube channel. I don't know, but it was fucking a whole world I never knew existed.
Yeah, and so that's Goodsprings, Nevada.
Goodsprings. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we were
Yep.
when we were at Adventure.
So it's like on your way to Cali. So when I asked you which way you're going, there's the 15th south, and then you turn off up there. There's a couple places we work down there. So I just looked it up, and I was like, I'm like, I know I've been there, I know I've seen it. I'm like, and I know it's down in the sticks.
Yeah.
When you said there ain't shit there, I'm like, I've been past there. I know exactly where that's at.
Where am I gonna
Or
shit?
I'm like, I've been there, I just don't know the name. So I had to Google it.
Yeah.
Like Spot always says.
Google it. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But no, but it
Spot.
was definitely that added to the experience. And it just like, I don't know. Then we got to the Tommies. Hey, what's up, dudes? Fucking welcome to Adrenaline Rush or whatever the fuck it was called. I told
you know who that reminds me of, who I think when you do that, or other than the real Tommy, fucking Tommy Covino, is the goofy guys from the Extremely Goofy movie. It was like his buddy. He was like the skater dude. He used to talk like that.
What was
it? The one comedy guy used to do his voice. What's his name?
It wasn't Max.
It's Pauly Shore or Paul. What's his name? Pauly Shore.
The Weasel. Yeah, Pauly Shore.
Give me some hot Cheeto. But he had a character in the Extremely Goofy movie who was like a skater dude, and he was Goofy's kid's homie.
Friend,
but
yeah.
That's who I picture when you're talking extreme guy and like these ATV dudes. That's probably what they were, the vibe I feel like.
Well, just on that same note, the one that does Max, so there's Goofy, Max the son, is voiced by Jason Marsden, who, if you watched Full House, it was Nelson. Or if you watch Step by Step, it was JT's best friend, Rich. Or if you watch Boy Meets World, he was Eric's best friend in the first couple of seasons, Jason. It's Jason Marsden. So, yeah. So it all ties together. See, that's the shit I nerd out about. That's fucking stupid. That if those dorks saw me, they would be like, look at this fucking dork, you know? But whatever. We all nerd out.
Did you hear about the melody drama with the party? Man, that kind of sucks for everybody, I feel like.
That does, man. It really does. I actually have it on here on my notes. It says Melody's birthday.
Yeah.
It's so unfortunate, man. Especially, I think what makes it even worse to me, or like even more unfortunate, is that if this was on like the East Coast, I feel like maybe like a lot more family would be there, right? That would be, it would be like how Mexicans, how we throw quinceañeras, right? Every cousin you've ever met is there, right? So that alone,
and the ones you don't know,
yeah, that alone fills up your hall, And well, like my mom just told me over the weekend, she was like, well, one of our cousins passed away. That
sorry to hear that, man.
I thank you, but I don't also want to like sit here and be like, yeah, man, because like I didn't know him too well, right? And the thing is that like there's some history in the family where he grew up with like a different family and kind of found us later in life, all that kind of shit, right? And he was a fairly young dude. He was in his like early 50s, and but it's just like those kind of people are even at the quinces, right? The people that hey, this is your Theo's, brother that they just discovered, and he's at the quince. So I think with her being so far away from family, not even having that, it makes it a little more empty feeling because she's so looking forward to like all of her homies going and shit. And then Rich was like, well, then they're not really her friends. But I was like, dog, if you were in high school and you're like, hey, I'm going to fucking Bill's party, and you're like, yeah, it's gonna be fucking dope, whatever. And then they're like, wait, they're fucking doing Sick New World that weekend. Fuck Bill, he's my homie, but Sick New World, you know what I'm saying? Like
It
so,
depends on your mindset too, because I thought about it, and I was like, and to your point about family, like it almost sounded like it was not like almost a kids party, but like I don't think they're gonna be like Covino. I mean, maybe Rich. Like I don't even know if he's gonna go or kind of shit. I can't imagine. I don't. They wouldn't, but I mean, they might go to support or whatever. But it sounded like more like a teen party kind of thing, So that's what you're saying. First of all, I don't even think that maybe if that family was close, obviously they would probably be invited to go. But the fact that that's an X factor, maybe. I mean,
yeah,
her aunt's there and whatever. I'm sure they might go, but. It's gonna be tough, but at least mindset. What I was thinking about, like, I guess I would put my like if I was that age, like, and to your point, like, what would I do, right? I'm like, well, it depends what I was trying to do, right? Like, do I want to go see Corn, or am I thinking with the other head, like, nah, I think it'll be a bunch of chicks there, bro. Like,
yeah.
her and her homegirls, like, yeah, and you guys are going. I'm like, but I would consider that, but you know what I mean. But I think at the concert, well, I would choose the concert too. Like, you can't trip out on them. I mean, they're kids, bro. Like, it's just what it is. You know what I
And
mean? Like.
see, even if I
It's
think
not
about,
one way or another. It's like it's just bad, shitty situation. And who
yeah,
knows? I guess all things have happen for a reason. So hopefully everything goes good. Maybe more people show up than you think, and then it'll be like, man, even with that tough decision, hopefully all those people showed up, and I think it'll even mean that much more, right? And
yeah,
so, like Covino said, it's gonna be well, it's gonna matter then. It's gonna matter who showed up there. So
it
then they
really.
can all celebrate.
I think that's a huge point, is that the ones that wanted to go to the fucking Sick New World or whatever their version of it is with Tyler the Creator.
Count Flogna or whatever.
Yeah, Count Flogging Molly or whatever. They're going to that, or they really wanted to, and for if they can say, you know what, no, this is my homie, I'm going to this. That is gonna. I feel like, even though Covino said kids have no loyalty, they don't give a fuck or whatever, I feel like in Melody's book, even if it's way back in her subconscious, that's gonna mean a shit ton. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because in the moment, I'm sure she's gonna be like, "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you." But I feel like years down the road,
You won't forget, bro.
you're
Like if
not gonna
anything,
forget that
it's
shit.
gonna solidify those relationships that much more, I think.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure.
Or even the ones you didn't think about, like yo, fucking Jenny, who I just invited because like fucking whatever.
Yeah, and I know, you know
She
what?
actually showed up, and like Billy, who I was like really wanted it, like I need to fucking maybe she look at her how much she cares about me, kind of shit.
Yeah,
Because like I just invited her, and
yeah,
she
yeah.
actually showed up.
It's just crazy. It's just, man, it's crazy because my buddy and I were having a conversation about friendships and stuff over the weekend, and we were like, well, actually, no, it was yesterday. Today's Tuesday. Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, my days have been so long, dog. It feels like it was Friday, and it was yesterday. But we were just having these conversations about, like, it's crazy because, like, I just want to be vague in case anybody hears it, but
yeah. Go ahead.
it's just like, it's crazy because you don't get like a lot of really close friends in life. You know what I'm saying? So like when somebody like that you wouldn't even expect does something like ditches this dope concert to be there, it's gonna mean a lot in the long run. You know?
Yeah, especially like if I mean it happens year after year. Like, hey, this is the fourth year. You know it's gonna happen again. Like, hey, fucking maybe the lineup sucks, or hey, it can fucking rain. I know you guys were talking about it might rain Friday, and that's the reason they canceled it. It's been fucking raining cats and dogs here. It feels like it can still that can still happen. Not that we don't want to wish that to happen to anything or anybody, but I mean,
Yeah.
there's still a lot of time between now and then. So I'll be excited to just keep listening this week and see how that goes down.
I hope it rains like cats and dogs. And I hope those stupid ass little fucking bitches that were supposedly her friends that were like, "Oh, I'm sorry, babe." Like, did you see that text that they shared?
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Love you, babe. I'm not gonna be able to go, babe. Overslept. Love you. Love you, love you, love you." I hope those kind of bitches, I hope it's raining cats and dogs. The concert gets fucking canceled. And then Melody's like, "Fuck you. You're fired." Right? Get out of here, bitch. Like, I don't even want you at my fucking party anymore, you stupid fucking
You're the
bitch.
weakest link. Goodbye.
Yeah, right? I hope that it comes full circle. Like, oh, look who came a knocking. Right? Someone's knocking at my door. Right? You know that Wing song or no?
Nah.
Ah, okay. Never mind.
Did
But
you see when I think Rich like oh, somebody, so and so left chat, so and so left chat, like on that same chat.
Yeah.
All those ones you're gonna be hitting her up separately, like, hey, can you add me back in here? Like, hey,
100.
I'm still down. Like, all of a sudden, you'd be like, fuck you. I mean, like you said, I would be butthurt, bro. I'd honestly be like, I don't know if my invitation still stands.
100%. It's just like,
I'm salty though,
yeah.
but
No, and you know what though? They were talking about, I had seen something on the notes about holding grudges, and I'm like, I don't know, dog. Like, I want to say I don't hold grudges, but if I'm being fucking 100%, dog, I feel like I do. And I feel like in the back of my mind, like I might be cool, but I know, like, motherfucker, I know who you really are. That's where I think my grudge, like I had made a comment on the Carl page. I was like, the person that overly is like, hey guys, how you doing? Oh yeah, it's 'cause I'm fucking sick. And you're like, dog, shut the fuck up. Like you're trying to show you how sick they are. I'm like, that tells me everything I need to know about somebody. And somebody that fucks you over that hard, I'm like, all right, dog, we're cool, but I see you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's how, like, so that when they were talking about the grudges and shit, I'm like, I don't hold grudges. And I was like, Daniel, it's me. And I'm like, all right, D, it is me. Right. And so I was like, if I really had to think about it, I was like, I think I do. I mean, it's not a cool, maybe something I need to work on, but I'm like, if I'm being real, that's the honest truth,
I feel like Spot always says that too, that he's like fucking uh like super, what
Spiteful.
did he call it? Yeah, spiteful.
Yeah.
And like on purpose, like, oh, I will. It depends on the situation, but
But
when you
see,
feel like you get burned, I'd be like, not all the time, like this one ain't worth fighting for, whatever. Like, you don't fucking deserve my time, ever. But the ones that I feel like you fucking wrong me, or like maybe especially like with girl shit or someone fucking around, like that kind of shit, or family, I'm like, nah, hey, I'm like, I am not gonna forget this.
yeah, yeah. And that's the thing though, is that I feel like spiteful is different than like maybe being hurt and holding a grudge or whatever.
Yeah,
Because
that's true.
you can spite, like, right, you can spite somebody and be like, well, fuck you then. You know what? Hey, all right, then I'll pick you up from the airport and don't go. Right? That's
Yeah.
some kind of shit. Like,
Yeah.
that's some spiteful shit. Like, all right, motherfucker, then fuck me over again, right? And then, like, I feel like that's some shit Spot would do, right? Oh yeah, nah, dude, fucking, you can stay at my pad, and they get to your pad, right? They're in town. They got off the flight. The Uber dropped him off, and he doesn't open the door. Like, I feel like that Spot shit, not kind of like, all right, I feel you, right? Type of like, I feel like it's more like
Yeah.
kind of like, all right, dog, I know your character. That tells me a lot. Cool, but I feel like Spot's like, yeah, come to my house. I'll make you fucking eggs or something, and then fucking put Visine in them so you get the shits. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see Spot, and I could be completely wrong, but that's just how I see it.
Nah, you're right. That sounds more like it. I feel like, I mean, I would agree with your point.
I have the world oversleeps when Tommy and everybody overslept.
Yeah, that was crazy, bro. I mean, it almost seemed like coincidence, but I mean, it just feels like a lot of them happen at the same time.
That was
At least in their circle.
That was kind of weird because like have you watched Pluribus or no?
No, not yet. I'm gonna put up my queue. I know they're talking about it.
I've only watched the first episode. There's only 3, but there's some shit where like shit happens like that all at the same time. Where that's where they were like, this shit's weird. It's like art imitating life, imitating art type of shit. You know?
Oh shit. Okay.
So like,
I need to get on that then.
So yeah, and I can tell you, I love Vince Gilligan. I love the Breaking Bads, the Better Call Sauls, all that shit. This starts off slow as fuck, so stick with it, but make sure.
When does it come out? Because those guys were talking about like waiting for the 4th episode. Is it like once a week or something, or what?
I have no idea. I know it's on Apple TV. But
okay,
if you don't have Apple TV, just do what I did and fucking go to 123movies.com or .net, whatever. Dog, that fucking website has everything you've ever fucking wanted in life. Like the fucking Michael Jackson, This Is It. Fucking, I have like the DVD somewhere, but I'm like, fuck, dog, or it's actually a Blu-ray. I'm like, I'm not gonna go look for a Blu-ray player. So I just go to 123movies, dog, and I'll have This Is It playing in the background while I'm like editing and shit. And, it has everything. So I just was like, oh, you know what? They were talking about this. I'm gonna check it out. I just fucking mirrored it to my TV and fucking watched it HD quality, 100%. So for you, those of you listening, if you don't have Apple TV, go to 123 Movies. It's a green play button. That will be the first result, and you'll fucking watch whatever you want. That's how I watch White Lotus. That's how I watch every time it's like a HBO Max or some shit that I don't have. I'm like, fuck that. I'm going to 123 Movies. And yeah, so there's that for me.
Bro, that's a hookup right there.
It's dope. I'm telling you, it's so fucking dope. And dog, they were talking about Toy Story 5 coming out. I haven't watched.
I did see that.
I haven't watched a Toy Story since Toy Story 2. I think 3
Damn.
is where the kid goes to college or some shit, right? The little boy, Andy, the one who has like the toys. I think 3 he goes to college. Never seen it.
That's when the new toys come in, I think, isn't it?
I don't know. I've never seen it. So I've only seen 1 and 2. And then after that, I fell off of them. I'm very good at that, about starting like a series or like the Toy Story movies and fucking just never watching fucking the rest of them. I'm like, fuck it. I'll get to them eventually. I haven't, like Dexter, dog. I love Dexter. That was my shit.
Oh, I've been rewatching it right now.
Okay. The first,
the original series, because I watched all the new ones.
I haven't watched all the new ones. And like the last one I watched was where he gets like fucking shot by his son or whatever, and the fucking whatever. I watched, that was the last one I watched. And then they had
That's
the one.
the end of season 1 of the new one, whatever that shit's
Resurrection?
Yep, that's the end of season 1.
So they had the one where he was like a teenager and they show how he got started. I watched, I think, like the first episode of that, and I just never, again, I watched that on that 123 movie shit.
So that one was Dexter Creation or whatever. I don't know what it was called, and that was like a whole spin-off series. But he was involved, the main character, whatever his name is. What's his name? The actor was
Michael C. Hall.
Yeah, because he was doing the voice. So the guy, did you watch episode 1, right? So that one only had 1 season, and then never got rebooted or whatever. And that was actually a pretty good season because like a lot of the flashbacks from you seen the original Dexter?
Yeah, I love.
So a lot of like the flashbacks from things when he was in that series, when he was thinking about when he was a kid, it just went into more in-depth shit. So it was like they really elaborated and it just connected. Like maybe it was like, I don't know, say 5 minutes or 10-minute little flashback in the original series. Well, then this became a whole fucking episode now in this series. So it was like, oh, that's kind of, oh, no wonder that happened. And that's why.
That is
and this
cool.
shit like that. And even how it ended, I was like, it kind of really connected it all, but it was good.
No, and that's where I heard a lot of people actually dig that like series, and I never watched it. I mean, I watched the first episode, but I never stuck with it. But everybody that was like, nah, dude, you just gotta fucking watch it. You just gotta watch it. They didn't tell me shit like that. Like that, I think would have intrigued me more. Like, oh, how they tie it into the, I just thought it was like its own standalone series. I didn't know they were gonna cut back, and that sounds kind of cool. Where I'm like, oh shit, I would like to check that out. And I mean, I don't know, maybe on a flight or something, I'll catch that.
Can you watch what do you need Wi-Fi for that? Can you download movies on that app, or it's just like you're streaming them?
I just stream them. There may be an option, but usually that's how they get you, is like those kind of websites. It's like, sign up for $5 a month and then you can download unlimited or some shit. But for me, I've never had a problem just streaming them. And again, if you are going to stream on that website, it's one of those, like when you watch bootleg fights and shit, where it's where you have to click out of like 3 ads before you hit the play button and a pop-up. You hit the play button and a pop-up. Bear with me, get through that, and then you can watch anything. So as long
I've done that on plenty of other sites that everyone probably knows what's up. It's like you could talk about X-rated shit too, but there used to be the old sports one too that you used to stream. I don't think that one's up anymore. They knocked that one down, but it was the same shit. It was like you had to click on it. What was that? Crack screens or crack?
Well,
that's why I used to watch sports.
So crack streams I used to use. There's meth streams. There's Stream East, which those are actually still all working for me.
Nice.
I remember when I told somebody meth streams, it's like methstreams.ms. They were like, meth, like crystal meth? And I was like, yeah. I thought they were going to say like amphetamine, but they go crystal meth. And I'm like, I guess that's the hood version, right? But yeah.
I got like a black box nowadays. It's just like that's like the old new school shit now. That like a hag piece, whatever that you buy, fucking.
Well, see,
So I get access to all that shit and like pay-per-view shit and
I
stuff
did
like
like a jailbreak
yeah, kind of same thing.
of a Fire Stick years ago.
Yep.
Dog, it probably was, my daughter's gonna be 10 in it, like 6 months. I probably did this when she was like 3, right? I never updated it because supposedly you're supposed to do updates. I never did that shit. But I just don't really use my Fire Stick that much. All of my TVs are like Roku and shit, so I just fucking throw whatever I'm watching to like that TV. But if you have a different option better than a Fire Stick, let me know, because I hate Fire Sticks.
Yeah, bro. Hook you up
Yeah, yeah.
next time you're here, or I'll just shoot me your address.
Yeah, for sure. Let me see. Island
There's a
Boys.
spot here in Vegas.
Oh, for real? You just go
That's at the Swami, fool.
for real?
Swear to God.
Well, see, we used to do that shit like back in the day, and it's funny because I used to
It's the homie. He just
when we'd go to Kelly, whenever like my homies, my cousins and shit were there, they always had like fucking all like. Did you ever watch like the WWF when you were a kid?
yeah.
Do you remember the
I
Hell?
remember that's how last time you said that. I'm like, you know how I know how old you are because you said WWF.
Well, do you know
Because-
the Hell in a Cell with Undertaker
Yeah.
and Mankind?
Oh man.
My
that's the one of the best ones, dude.
My cousins had that one of them boxes that they bought at a swap meet or some shit. So they'd get all the pay-per-views. They recorded it on a VHS, and I don't think they mailed it. I think when they came down to like visit, they fucking brought it with them so I could watch the Hell in a Cell. And I'm like, but in Cali, dog, they always swap meets and shit. They always had that kind of shit.
You know, it's funny. It was like like a brown guy and shit. And he had like trinkets and stuff. And then I seen that he had USBs, and I'm like, and they had like a price on it. And so I'm like, what's in it? And he's like, oh, these are loaded with music. And, I can make you shit. You know, I have this. So then when he saw that I was kind of hood already, and he knew, I'm like, oh, you can put how many songs? Like, yeah, those are legit. You know, he's like, yeah. He's like, I also got these over here too, like on the side and shit. And I'm like, I'm like, they do what? And he was like telling me all these things. I'm like, bro, they work and all this. And there's just like a black box, right? And he has a TV right there, and he's did all the thing. And he's like, and I'm like, no shit, right? And so I was like,
that's some G shit.
He's like, here's my number. He's like, he almost like warranted you for this amount of time, whatever, all this stuff. And I was like, damn, all right. And then bought it, and I've had it for a couple years. And then like every so often, new ones come out too. So I like new versions that do different stuff, better things. But yeah, man, I'll get there's so much shit out there nowadays. I was talking to my homie earlier too about LimeWire.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about South Park, like the original movie. He sent me a clip on IG when Carmen's fucking pulls the microphone off and says, "Excuse me, Mr. Garrison."
Do you, Doug?
He sucked my balls. I was like, other than Triple X shit on LimeWire, I'm like, that's like the first movie I downloaded. It was like South Park, and then like pornos and shit on LimeWire. I'm like, who remembers LimeWire though?
Doug, before LimeWire, I have one even better for you. I remember the first song I think I probably ever downloaded was the Jackson 5 ABC, and it was off of Audio Galaxy.
Damn.
Doug, I don't think you remember Audio Galaxy, because if I was in like 7th grade, you were like fucking 5th or 6th grade. Doug, this is how this shit worked. You had to download the program, Audio Galaxy, and then you had to download, it was called a satellite for the program. So you had to download like a program for the program, dog. And then it took like 6 months for like one MP3, because dog, it was on dial-up and shit at the time. So you fucking, your nana calls, you're like, fuck, it fucks up your downloading. So,
that's funny, because like that's what they should. When I finally caught up last time we talked, I missed the episode when Jordan was on, so I obviously caught up and saw it. And I saw when they were playing the things, I just thought about another good thing would be like, play this sound for people and see if they know what it is. And it'd be that sound, but when you would call somebody and they were internet, because they would make some crazy ass like fax sound and shit. And you were like, if you didn't know, so I bet like even like your kid, I bet if you play that, like, hey, how do you know what this sounds like? She'd be like, the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Jordan would know. I don't think Melody. I think a lot of people wouldn't know what that is unless you were that old when you called and you knew your homie or something like, oh fuck, they're on the internet.
Yeah, it's crazy because like I'm like, I don't know if it's because Jordan. It's only her and Dallas, right? She's the oldest one.
No, they have a little brother. Remember, he's hella young.
But what I'm saying is, so she's the oldest because
Oh.
I was like, my lady knows a lot of that shit, but she has older siblings. And then I'm like, my sister is fucking like 30, 31, but she has me, fucking 37. She has my brother in his early 40s. So she had those in the house. I mean, unless it was like Jordan's parents playing shit or whatever, it wasn't like siblings where you kind of get more of your
Nah.
shit from your siblings, you know?
Yeah. I'm kind of the same way. I think that, like you hit something on the head there because I feel like sometimes I have like an old soul, but like my big brother's what, 42, 43, and then my other brother's like 30, 40 or something. So like I was by nature, like it was with three boys. That was it, right? So whatever they were listening and doing, whatever, like I was ahead of the game and certain of those things. Like, oh I know my brother listens to this shit, whatever. So oh yeah, I got that shit too, bro. Like
Yeah.
the
Well,
Chronic and shit like that. I
dog.
didn't even know
So
what's up, but they had it and they were jamming out. I'm like, yeah, what's up? I got the Chronic.
I remember when my brother had, so we had the Regulator CD that came out in like 94, right?
Regulators.
And my brother also had, so I blame a lot of my corny ass music taste on my brother because this motherfucker would like buy those CDs and shit, but not to listen to them because he didn't give a fuck. And I've told this story before, so forgive me if you heard it. But my brother would fucking sit next to like the radio and write down the lyrics because before Google, right? And then he'd give them to bitches as poems. So I remember the All For One CD where it was like, they read you Cinderella. Fucking, there was a song called These Arms. And I remember he's like, these arms won't let your heart break. And I was like, dog. And my fucking brother was like, fucking, all right, Tiffany. The fucking dog, he would fucking go track by track and be like, fucking, I swear by the moon and the whatever and the stars, fucking that one's going to Jennifer. Like, dog, 'cause my brother was a little player back in the day, right? So this motherfucker, like, I remember he's sitting like with fucking Usher and shit, but you had to be a little sneaky because he would get like All For One that wasn't like the New Kids or wasn't like they were kind of more a little more underground, right? They weren't so, and then he would get tracks that weren't the single. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this motherfucker was crafty as fuck. He would be like, all right, I'm gonna get
Make
a band.
lemonade, homie.
I'm gonna get a band that not a lot of people know about, and then I'm gonna get track 9 and I'm gonna write the chorus as a poem. I'm like, looking back, I'm like, he's fucking genius, dog.
Hell yeah, bro.
But then my little fucking dumbass, I was like, I like these songs. You know, like oh my goodness, dog. That shit's funny as hell.
Hey, do you remember when they used to mail like internet like CDs to your pad and there was like free minutes for internet?
Yeah,
Right? That was the thing, right?
yeah. I remember, Doug, we had one that
It was
when
like AOL shit or what, like
well,
or
there was AOL, there was Doug. I remember there was one that Walmart. It was
how
called
did that even work?
It was called Walmart Connect. Dog, you would put that shit in your fucking
It was like a
computer,
CD-ROM, but it would load it
Yeah.
up and then like
you would
that.
plug your phone in to your computer, and it was
Yeah, like your landline,
Dog.
right? You just take your landline and
No, I remember, dog, having like the free Walmart one because they'd give you like 90 minutes or some bullshit. Dog, we had a gang of those. So we just fucking, whenever we were out, we'd throw another one in those motherfuckers. And
Yeah.
I remember being like all like embarrassed, like fucking full transparency. Cause I'm like, oh fuck, we have the hood free one, you know?
Another sound I'm just thinking now that I would think about like for another game or another test would be the busy sound. Like
Yeah.
when the phone or the phone's off the hook sound, right? The ding when you would call
Dog.
like fuck.
Well, do you remember even like for a long time when cell phones and shit started becoming more regular, you would call, like some networks had it, like Verizon had it, but Sprint did it, where if you would call and they were on the other line, it would do a beep kind of like that. You know, like
Yeah, like every so often. I remember if you didn't know it, you'd be like, "What the fuck's
Yeah.
that beep?"
and then they were on the other line. And
Yeah,
then
you had a call waiting. I think it was like a beep.
depending
like
on who
every
you were
so
talking
often.
to, they'd fuck it. You'd get a phone call from whoever was trying to call you. Hey, who are you talking to? And you're like, what? I wasn't talking to nobody.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, I heard that beep. Who was that bitch? Or whatever,
Yeah.
you know? Oh, throwbacks.
That's crazy.
Throwbacks, dog. But you know what, Doug? I don't think we have a whole lot of time left. I feel like a majority of the people listening are gonna have to be future dudes. So we appreciate you guys sticking with us and coming after the fact. Sorry for that. I don't even think it's the rain, dog. I think it's the software. I'm gonna have to go back to my original shit. But anyway, Luis, you want to leave us with anything? If not, we could wrap this bad boy up.
Nah, man. Just appreciate for having me again. Thanks for anyone listening out there, future dudes. Holidays are coming up, man. So just take care of each other, care for one another. Appreciate everybody, and Just happy holidays, and then hopefully we get to chop it up next Tuesday live with everybody else before we hit the holidays. And then we got some holidays coming up, so we'll be able to talk some Mexican. I want to talk some Mexican food and what do you guys cook at your pad? You know what I mean, for Thanksgiving, so we can get down with that next week on your grandma's or your mom's or your wife's favorite dish, or whatever you guys make. So
I'm just saying, if you're not dressed up like a turkey on next Tuesday, I'm gonna be a little sad.
I'll be a pilgrim fool.
Doug, I mean, you're just gonna look hard. You're not even gonna look like a pilgrim.
Looking all serio and shit. Nah, I got a perfect idea though. I got something. I'll work some up.
All right. Well, fuck. Now I feel like I'm gonna have to dress up and shit. All right. Well, after show but later, it's your boys D. It's fucking Luis Cortez Jr. We will see you guys next Tuesday. Remember, every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will be here after show but later. We will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
On the road to the riches, cause it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul, grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens. And come and spend a day in the 757.